Hi, second graders. Today we are going to be making a sculpture. A sculpture has height, width, and depth, and you can walk all the way around it and look at it. So our goal today is to make some form of animal. It's a one class period project, so we have to complete it today. We have to make sure we look at it from a problem solving point of view. There's going to be some things that will make your piece successful and some that will make it fall apart once you know a little bit about clay. So this clay is going to shrink 7% as it dries, and then after it dries fully, I'll put it in the kiln. So we have to think about that. What animal do I want to make? Well, I don't want to make a snake. A snake will break and fall apart when I try and put it in the kiln, typically because the clay is so thin. So I know that is ruled out. So I don't suggest that. You know, something with 4 legs. Let's just start with something like a dog, for example. All right, so you get a lump of clay. This is called squeezing. We're going to do pinching and molding today. I'm pinching out a leg, okay? I'm pinching out another leg. See, when the pieces stay attached to the hump of the clay, it's called the hump, they are stronger than if they are joined, meaning scored and slipped and added on, just like you did in first grade. So I'm going to try this, just molding it, bringing these pieces out. It'll be stronger. All right, can you see the legs? Pretty easy. They're not perfect. It never is when you start. You may even not like what you do at first, and you just put it all back into a ball and start over. If you find the clay is getting a little too dry or cracking too much, you add a little bit of water to the surface, especially if you're starting over like twice. You have to do this yourself. You have to feel the clay. You have to experience it. It's not something someone can do for you, and I won't do it for you. Again, it's kind of problem solving. Okay, I have a headless 4-legged animal. So let's see next. Let's go for the head. Notice I go to the end that has more clay. I'll need a tail, so I can go from the smaller end for that. All right, so let's bring this head forward. All right. I don't pinch too small. I don't want him to have a real pointy head. Okay, see, and I just continue to mold and shape. Now I'm going to press and start pinching forward a nose for this dog. Remember, it's not perfect right away. You got to work it a little bit. All right, that's starting to look good. Yeah. All right, now I need some ears for this dog. I gotta make them come up. I could do pointy. Pointy's easy. I could flop them over. It's up to me. I'm just going to play with that. I'm going to use my fingernail to indent his eyes. Can you start to see that? I could take a tool, like a wooden stylus tool, and I could make an eyeshadow in there. I could draw a nose, snout, mouth. Details are good to add in. Okay, now he still needs some work. His body just kind of looks like he looks like a chubby puppy here, doesn't he? So I'm going to need to do some work. I'm smearing and smoothing. I expect you to do that. I don't want to see tons of finger lumpy imprints. I believe that you can do it. I've seen other second graders do it. I know you're capable. Okay, it's getting better. I'm elongating the legs a little bit. You want to make sure your thing doesn't tip over either. That'll be part of the problem solving. All right, mine stands up. It's passing that test. See, I can just continue to smooth. I haven't even touched the water yet. You really only need the water if things start to crack, you know, from drying. Okay, I need a tail. Pinching, molding. This is pinching and molding. Again, don't get too small, too thin, or too pointy. it will break, just like I was talking about the snake thing. If his tail starts to fall, it's too thin. Okay, I think I'm almost done here. I was going to try and give him some muscle definition, but I think I'll just let that go. I don't want to waste too much of you guys' work time. Okay, I'm just going to, there's stuff I could still work on here, but I don't want to waste all your time. So I'm going to say, this is good for now. Now, I don't have my name on it, so I'm going to suggest you bring it to me. I'll write your name and your class code, because there's not a lot of space to write names on the animals that we're making. So I will do it for you. If you feel like you can, you could do your initials, but somebody else has to read it and make sure they can, because it's so hard to pass these back if we can't read the name. So I'm Rachel, 2V, second grade, Verhoeven, for example. See, and even that's hard to read. And then you come and put it on the cart. Okay, good luck. I can't wait to see your sculptures. Let's go.